Hey everybody, what's up? This is Papa Bale. Welcome to the channel. I've upgraded two of my coils from 26 gauge. These are 22 gauge. And the trigger strands in them are 32 gauge. So they're a little bit more pickup-y. So with no more waiting around here. Got 9 volts in. Wow. That's awesome. And this is at 9 volts. Fluctuating between 0.3 amps and 0.1 amps. Still got to upgrade one more coil, and then I'll have all the coils ready to do the 3120s. But I think I'm going to do them differently. I'm going to do them like pickup coils instead of just series connections. So these connections that are making here will remain. It's not like I'm gonna. I'll show you what I mean. Wow! That's freaking cool. Nine volts. Well, 9.19, and we'll call it 1.2 amps. And then those amps are going to go up for 9 volts when I swap out this coil for another 22 gauge coil. And then I'm going to run, they're going to be running series with their respective coils, all these coils over here, but these connections will remain. So there'll be a single drive coil with 2 pickup coils, because we're going to try and keep this relative speed. Yeah, we're going to keep it so we can measure it better. I mean, if we just do the series circuit, the amp draw is going to go down. Probably turn it all the way up if we did that. We'll figure it out. I believe we're going to run it like I said, with these 3 parallel coils and then 2 pickup coils connected to each one in a 120 orientation position on the wheel here. So it's just a shift. It's a phase shift, and it's a 3-phase motor already. I mean, that's what it is. Man, I keep dipping it down. I think that's going to be really cool once I get the last coil built. I just wanted to show you that it works. And with the extended maglev here, we got 2 magnets on the bottom on the table, and then we have 1 repelling magnet underneath the rotor, and then we have this magnet on top repelling the one underneath the rotor and attracting to the ones on the table. I think we need to put 1 more on here, and then maybe put another one on the table. Whew. So that's pretty much all I got to do is to finish off this motor is make that coil. And then I can move this one to a different position. And I think leaving these connected the way they are, these 3 coils, is going to allow for a lot more speed than I've ever been able to do, just by having the series hookup and the parallel hookup, both of them. So they become something else, because the electricity is gonna take the short circuit. That's what it's gonna do. And then this longer circuit is going to be where the extra energy goes into the pickup coils, because it can, you know, built up energy, I guess. And then that is going to flux. It's going to like pound on this thing, and it's going to go faster. Oh, let me go through the timing here a little bit for the next round. So right there, it's kind of dead on, okay? We're going to move it to right there, like halfway off. And then we're going to mark 120, which is going to be over here and lined up with this magnet right here. And we'll put it right there. And then we'll mark it when it's all the way off. And it should be like, when it turns off the circuit, it should hit like really, really strong if we time it right. And I believe we're timing it just right. It's like halfway, 3/4 off the magnet, the electromagnet. Mark 120, boom. And then you can just move it forward after you put the coil on to check and see where the big hit's going to come in. So I don't know, man. I think this is going to be, I'm hoping for the best, you know, with the double circuit thing or the double connection thing. I'm hoping that works to my benefit, because there's a lot more resistance in these coils than there are going to be in these coils. So that choice is not going to be hard for the current path to choose, but there will be, from what I gather, overflow or saturation, in which case there should be a series connection to 2 pickup coils. And see what, and I'm not sure now, see, because it's probably going to short circuit unless we got some diodes on there. Because here's our transistor that is in question. And if I have this circuit and keep it the way it is, and then I add a series circuit of pickup coils going around, right? And then where would I connect the end of that series? Would I connect it to the collector? of that same transistor. All the coils will be corresponding to the 120 circuit that they belong to. So if that be the case, would I connect it to the collector? And that's where I'm like, man, I don't think you're supposed to do that. In which case we would go with the 120 series, and it would have to be a direct connection, which would change a lot of stuff, but I think it would still be pretty neat. But we're gonna have lots of time to check all that out. Just got to get that one coil done, and I can start with the connections, putting the coils, timing them right. Especially like a pulse motor like this one, where the rotor is questionably symmetrical. You can't really use a 5.5 or even an Arduino because, I mean, seriously, I mean, you can, but I mean, I'm going to learn how to do it. I'm going to hook it up, but I believe it will work better a more manual way, simply because it is imperfect. But in that same breath, man, it's freaking awesome. And it could be, you know, beyond cool. So, like, every magnet will, you know, each coil, it's got its own trigger strand. So that's cool. And it's like they're never hitting. We get here to number 3, it's not hitting. Number 2, it's not hitting. Because, I mean, none of these are ever hitting at the same time, which is really, really cool. The only way they ever get to hit at the same time is when you hook up the 120 circuit, and then each one of these has 3 hits that it will discharge. But I'm like, should I hook up like a generator and not do the 120? I mean, as soon as I get the coils on there, I'll be able to hook them up anywhere I want. But yeah, man, I can run a generator circuit that puts out some numbers. And I could have this circuit power it. That would be really cool. So I'm just going to demonstrate for a real quick recap. 6 magnet rotor. 2 22 gauge, 666 turns with 32 gauge trigger strand. This is a 26 gauge coil with 30 gauge trigger strand. This is a bunch of 26 and 30 and 26 and 32. And here we go. So this is 8 in. I don't know what's going on. Oh, that's not good. Alright. So we're going to try this again. Something obviously didn't trigger that time. There it goes. This is 10 volts, 0.7 amps. Point 8, 0.7. So yeah, it's kind of leveling out a little bit. You can see that shaft shaking. It's intense. $7.30. It's pretty awesome. And I'm willing to bet that it's going to go even faster once I upgrade that last coil. I'm sorry for saying it so much, but it's what I'm going to do once I post this video. Alright, well, thank you very much. Peace out. Have a good night. Please subscribe. Join up. Come talk with me on the Discord. Peace out. Bye now.